Happy Telling Tuesday! I'm very excited to share one of my very most favorite places with you. This is the Fern Hill wetland area where I love to come walking and exploring nature. I've been posting lots of pictures, and this is where I have set today's story. The inspiration for today's story is the fable The Mastiff and the Goose, and my creative spark was, well, I read a poem last week where the author told the story backwards. And I thought it was really delightful and creative, and I thought, I wonder how often that can work. So this is my attempt at telling the story backwards. And there's two characters in the story that I want to make sure everybody knows. Mastiff is the first animal, and a mastiff is a dog, a really big, tall, light brown dog. They're pretty cute looking, but they're really big, about hip height. And the other animal is a nutria, which are very prevalent here at the Fern Hill wetland area, even though they are invasive. But they're kind of beaverish looking creatures with rat tails but beaver teeth, and when they're tiny, they're super cute. But let's get to the story. Mastiff felt something new. Usually, when her master came towards her, she was excited and delighted. But on that morning, she had given birth to her very first litter of puppies. And everything had changed. She was now suspicious and questioning of everything and everyone. And it came out in a low growl. A few hours later, when miraculously all of her puppies were sleeping at the same time and it was quiet, Mastiff remembered another very suspicious creature. It was some time before when she had been walking at Fern Hill with her master on the trail, and she decided that she wanted a drink. She was feeling thirsty, so she made her way to the pond, only to be met by a crazed goose honking at her, hissing, "Get away! Get away! My pond! My pond!" Mastiff felt that her master would not be pleased if she ripped that goose's neck open, so she finished her walk thirsty. But Mastiff was not the only creature with such an experience. Nutria, making his daily trek to the pond, acknowledging neighbors as he went, well, he was met by usually friendly Goose, hissing and head-butted Nutria. "Get away! My pond, no room for you!" And Duck had witnessed this encounter, and Duck would have warned Nutria if she had been fast enough. Duck considered Goose one of her very best friends, and she that morning was just going to check on Goose as she sat on her nest. But before she could get close enough, Goose was throwing threats at her. "Honk, honk, you can't come any closer, my space, my pond, or else." Oh, what was up with Goose? Heron had Heron had been hissed at. Rabbit had gotten feathers in his face. And Squirrel didn't know which way was up after he'd been head-butted. Were these animals wrong to assume that they had a right to the pond? Oh no. Goose's eggs had hatched that morning, and she was a first-time mother. She was filled with this nagging need to protect and make sure that her fuzzy, hungry, explorative little goslings were safe and secure. And can anyone fault Goose? No. Every mother and mothering type has filled her role to excess at one time or another. That's the power of love. And now, Mastiff understood it also. Thanks for listening to today's story. I hope all the mothers out there can relate to it. I'm gonna go take a little peek at some eggs I've been watching. I'm hoping they're gonna hatch soon. I hope you have a delightful week. I hope you get out into nature. I hope you like and subscribe and share my video. And go tell a story. Maybe to me. Have a good day.